The Red Table Talk season finale is here! Hi everyone, I am Erica Harris. I am Senior Resident Advisor at TOWS. I studied government, did a MSc with a specialization in international relations, and I'm currently a research officer at a corporate office.
Hi everybody, I'm Imani Williams. I studied a Master of Science in Human Resource Development, and currently I work in training and development. My portfolio responsibilities here at TOWS include sports, cheerleading, career and development. So yeah, that's pretty much me.
Hi everybody, I'm Latonya. I'm a resident advisor here at TOWS. My portfolio responsibilities include academic support unit, honor society, second year experience, and the hall committee. I currently study a master's degree in development studies, general concentration, and I work as an account executive at the Development Bank of Jamaica.
Alright, so thanks for the intro guys, and thanks to everyone who has tuned in to Red Table Talk for this season, because now we're at the season finale. But before we dive into this episode, we're gonna break the ice a little bit with an icebreaker called Personal Playlist. Icebreaker, the idea is that you're gonna play one song that you love currently and say why you love it.
No, first of all, getting there, right? Alright, so let me pause it before it is. So this is Red Rum by 21 Savage. I just really like how the song was put together, like the transition from like the opening into the rap, and like yeah, it's so nice. It just feels good. Like you're playing that car. It just yeah.
I'm a little bit more upbeat. So this is me. Hold on. Tell me why. Why me say off one, yeah. Alright, so for me, the entire song is just poetic. I'm somebody who words is my thing, so how Nicky Boy kind of put his words together is amazing. You don't find that a lot these days. Alright, so for me, this is my song.
No, Jungle 8 with this one.
Alright, just a little snippet. For me, I bucked up this song the other day from a video with the lead actors on the Bob Marley movie. So they were doing the shoot and thing, and like I just love the song, and it's been playing ever since that. I don't know, I'm a lover for anything melodious and anything different in terms of music, so yeah, it really grabbed me.
Okay, so thank you guys for sharing those songs. Now we're gonna go into the discussion for today. Alright, so for today's discussion, we're gonna look at the reality of post-grad. So just because everybody here has graduated from undergrad, so you know that will make you guys qualified to talk a little bit about like what life is really like after graduation. So with that, the first thing that I want you guys to answer, and anybody can answer first, how did you feel when you graduated? Like what did your graduation from undergrad mean to you?
It was like a muscle one, victory, earned or gained. It was a relief. I had to prioritize both school and volleyball. I was a scholarship athlete, so you was basically paid for my tuition, my boarding, everything. Class, training, match, studying, all of that. Sometimes being at training and studying. It was chaotic to say the least, but at the end I think it was worth it, and it gives you like this brilliant or different story. It's not the same but boring story. A lot happened. Yeah, it was like a battle. For me, it was excitement. It was a major milestone. I am the first of all my siblings to to reach university. So graduating was a major milestone, and to graduate during the time frame of the degree, that was also a major milestone for me. I knew there was no choice but to pass and to get the degree, because that's something that was instilled in me from a very long time. So it was, as Erica said, a battle won and a major milestone.
For me, similar in the sense that, you know, you feel good, one thing down, one thing on the long to-do list down, but at the same time it was kind of nerve-wracking because I was on scholarship when I was doing my undergrad, and every time, like, the closer I got to graduation, I was thinking in my head, you know, things are getting serious now. Like, it's no longer just, okay, school, you know, can set up a schedule, 6 o'clock in the morning, I can be in somewhere studying, all of them. So then I think, no, it's getting close to full-on 9 to 5 every day for the rest of the time, and that made me kind of nervous because I feel like when you're in your undergrad, the reality, like the reality of life or what you're about to go into, in a really setting until you're about to graduate. So when I was graduating, and then I think, oh, you have to get a job because you know what it's like graduating from university, having a degree, and a lot of people can't get jobs. So I think, you know, the weight of the world was coming down on me, but like, it was still an achievement, and it's still something to be proud of, especially, as Imani said, within the time frame, because a lot of people don't get that chance to be able to, you know, complete the degree within the time stipulated to complete the degree. So it was a good experience, but at the same time it was kind of nerve-wracking. So
with that, I want you guys to also share with us one of your fondest memories during undergrad.
For me, right off the bat, it was in February. We had intramural football. We had a match on my birthday, and all my friends were on the team, and we're all one big happy family on that team. And after the match, we played. I got injured, and you know, everybody was trying to help me to leave the field and all that. But the match had ended, and I just felt flour just showing over me because it was my birthday, and they floored me. I was injured, I could barely run, but that for me is the fondest memory in undergrad.
Anytime I won like a championship, intercollegiate championship volleyball or a club league, yeah, that I love winning, so that will always be in the books for me.
it was during exam time in third year, first semester, when they had the Burna Boy concert, right? And me and a couple people from Towers, we went to the concert, and it was a Sunday night, and I had an exam the Monday morning. But you know what? I made that decision and I stuck to it. Went to the concert, we did the concert, me a friend, because everybody is texting in the group chat, and I'm gonna say, oh my god, me not feel ready. We're gonna have a study session, they're having this recap session, you know. Me at the concert send me a location because I can't join that session. I came back, everybody got out of bed. I'm in the athenium until like 6 o'clock because I made that decision. And the concert was good. And the exam went well, so I think that was everything good. I think that was everything good. Balance.
So guys, I want you to give me one word to describe what the transition from undergrad to post-grad has been like or was for you.
Discipline. For me, it's discipline because transitioning from undergrad to postgrad, I transitioned during COVID. I was at home. I had a job as a teacher, and you know, as a teacher, you have papers to mark, children coming to you to tell you stuff, and the whole psychological thing behind that was COVID. So I had to remain disciplined to know that I had to do my schoolwork, I had to do my work, and then afterwards I became a resident advisor. So I had work, I was a resident advisor, and I had school plus my personal life. So I had to remain disciplined to ensure that all areas I was able to do well enough so that I don't fail anything. So really, that's why I say discipline, because in that whole part in my life, I had to ensure that, you know, I remained disciplined and stuck to the tasks that I had at hand.
I think it was a wake-up call for me. Like, people underestimate the difference in workload between undergrad and grad school, because I came in and I just started, you know, business as usual, I could do everything. So like Imani, I came in resident advisor doing a full-time master's degree. Wasn't working when I just started, but like in the second semester I started teaching as well. I'm used to giving my all to everything that I do, but in the first semester it was almost like a health scare for me. There was a night that I had so much tackling and so much doing. It's almost like I want to sleep, but my brain was like just running and running and running. I literally messaged my friends and I was like, okay, if I don't make it tomorrow, then y'all know what's up, school kills me or whatever. I literally said it, but that's when I kind of learned to like take things a little bit easier and not overwhelm and overwork myself, because it could have been that maybe, God forbid, may end up get a stroke or something of the sort. Like, it was pretty scary for me. So I think after that I kind of learned to take things a little bit easier. I wasn't too hard on myself. And eventually, I completed all the courses full time. By the time it was time for me to do my research paper, because I had to do like 10 thought courses and the research paper. So I switched back to part-time to tackle the research paper. And then after that, I think things got a little bit easier, but it was really a wake-up call.
My word is similar to that. My word is shocking. Shocking because, just like Erica, I was just like, it's gonna be business as usual. And I feel like when you do an undergrad degree, I don't think my undergrad degree was particularly challenging, because I really loved the field that I was in. I loved the area. So it wasn't hard for me to, sit down, read, do all of that. But then I started working a month after I finished. My degree never even cemented yet. They never put it up yet when I started working. And worked through the summer, but through summer, when I start school yet, towards not really start towards yet because of summer. So it's coming from work, sleep, setting up, sleeping, everything like that. Then the end of August reached, and like towards September, school starts, and I'm like, oh my god, it's crazy, because I'm just doing 3 courses. I used to do 5 courses, and I can't manage. Like, it was so shocking to me how different the workload felt. It felt like I was doing 30 courses, not 3. It felt like there was so much happening, and then because you have, as Imani said, so many different areas of your life that you have to balance, because you still have to remember that it's not like you did this big 30-year transition. You're still in your early 20s. You still have a social life per se. You still have personal life, your family, all of that. Now you have tools that you have your portfolio responsibilities, and you have school that you have to. I'm paying for this master's. So it's not even like I was on a scholarship, where the scholarship is paying for the master's, and my money did see me a waste if anything were around. And that for me, it was just so shocking to feel how much different all of it felt.
So that you did mention going into the work world, and the next question that I have is, what was it like after graduating, going into the work world?
Real.
Sorry.
I thought being at UE and having group members who didn't know how to hold their weight, and people who were a lot more immature, I thought finishing undergrad, it would be the end of it. Oh my god. Going into the working world and going into post-grad, that introduced me to a whole nother level of lazy people and people who are just not mature enough to pull their weight. And it was a culture shock, because my expectation versus the reality, it was very different. Because I expected people to come at work, they're prepared, they know what's happening, and they can execute. But people come unprepared, they don't know what's happening, and they don't know how to execute. Same for the master's program. I was there in class, I thought people knew what they were doing, but then we have group projects and you're still on the day, people not coming through. So it was a culture shock, to be very honest.
For me, it was just the level of, it was kind of just the discipline to know that it's not like when I was in school and I don't feel like going to this lecture, we just continue to sleep. You know that kind of thing. That it's not that I wake up, I don't feel like go work, we just continue to sleep. It's not like that. It's having that kind of responsibility where I applied for this job. I said that I could do this role, and now I'm in this role. I need to carry out this role, and even if I feel tired, if I feel down, if I feel overwhelmed, I can't carry that feeling with me into work because I have tasks that I'm expected to complete within a stipulated time, and it's not me running my schedule anymore, right? They have hours, there are hours I need to be at work, there are hours I leave work. It's that kind of strictness that I had to get used to. I'm still getting used to it. It's been a couple months now. I'm still getting used to it, but it's just knowing that I can't go based on feelings. I can't go based on how I feel today. I can't act based on how I feel today. There are expectations of me that I need to fulfill.
I think I share a similar sentiment as Lati and Imani, where it has been like rewarding, you know, at the end of the month you get your salary, you know, you can take care of things, you want to take care of things and all that, but it's also a challenge in that sometimes, maybe in terms of leadership is lacking, and so sometimes it's just so difficult for you to actually do what it is that you really need to do for things to get going and keep turning. So for me, if you're not leading me with any vision or purpose, it's gonna be like really challenging for me to do what it is that I need to do. But outside of that, like the master's program is really what allowed me to love what it is that I don't know, based on the level of intensive research that I had to do. So while doing the master's, I interned where I currently work now, and I really loved what I did. And we had worked on an educational transformation report for Jamaica. And I'm like, wow, you see a name there, say contributing. I'm like, wow, this feels good. You know, future generations, maybe even my children will benefit from this. So it's along that line of work. So I really love it. And I think maybe when it is that I'm a little bit more basic, when it's just work and home, I think probably I love it even more because I won't have all these responsibilities. So yeah.
So guys, having gone through the transition, or currently going through it nonetheless, for students who feel as though they don't know what they're going to do next, what's your advice to them?
It's okay. It's okay if you're unsure of your direction definitively, but you need to know what you want for yourself. You need to know if it is a case where you don't know the job or the career field you want to go in, but you know that, hey, I want to be financially stable, I want to know that at the end of the day, mentally I am at peace. So little areas in your life, you have to be intentional about those areas, because you can't, it's dangerous for you to be unsure about everything. So start with the little things, and eventually things will fall into place, and then you will get into what you actually like. Because one thing I found is that even after undergrad, there is a myriad of things that are in the atmosphere, in the working world, in the environment around you that you didn't get to tap into until after certain things. So like right now, I didn't until now know that people just get up sometimes and they just go cycling or they go on nature walks, and it's something that is enjoyable, it's relaxing, because what was relaxing for me back then is not the same thing that's relaxing for me now. So really and truly, just give yourself some time, allow yourself to get to know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, you won't know what you like, you won't know where you will fit in. So give yourself time, get to know yourself, get to understand your likes and dislikes, celebrate the small wins, and then everything will tend to fall in place. So that's really it for me.
I'd say don't underestimate the power of God and the time, because for me personally, yeah, like even in undergrad, coming up on scholarship and everything, like always overthinking. I'm an overthinker, sorry. Not as bad now, but always overthinking. What's the next step? Suppose this don't work out, suppose this, suppose that. But I've come to realize that for every step of my journey, like God has always ordered them, and things have always worked out. So don't overthink it, don't sweat the small things, but just know that once you have the mindset that, hey, I want to achieve something, you know, it's my intention to take a next step after this. Just know that the plans will come to fruition and everything will eventually work.
And I said, don't be afraid to try things. Like, for example, any little opportunities you see, don't be afraid to apply. Even if you don't think this is something that you necessarily want to do per se, it can be a start for you. So you can just apply. You never know what you may get through to. You never know who you might meet, who can give you an opportunity, and you can just get a little start, and then you can see, get a feel for, okay, I feel like I'll do well in this area. Okay, I feel like this might not be my area. If it's not your area, don't be afraid to move on and try to find what works for you.
Yep. And network. I feel like that's something we don't really value it much when we're just amongst our peers, but networking goes a far way, because who I know today is somebody who I'll meet tomorrow. They'll be in a different capacity, and they will be the ones who can vouch for you or say, oh, I know you, come and work with me, or come and work for me, or you know, let me put you on to this person. So those two gems are what really will get you through this whole scary and seemingly complicated situation.
Alright, cool. So thank you guys so much for such an enlightening discussion. Now we're going to go into the game. Woo! Alright, so the game for today is Mini Towers Challenge Quiz. Mini Towers is Towers Challenge Quiz, but it's yeah. We should still know a decent amount about towers. So the first person to indicate that they want to answer after I ask the question and get it right will receive the point, and it's 1 point per question, and the first person to get 5 points wins. What is the 6th word of the hall motto? Yeah, Erica got that one, so that's 1 point for Erica.
Really, I'm going to between two smart person and you just
Which tower was the 3rd to be built?
Phoenix.
Correct. What was the hall name of the 2021-2022 hall chair?
Oh! Chief Alpha Victor Wanyama.
Yeah.
all share.
Yeah, that's
That was
correct.
when I entered the hall committee.
What is the name of the newly crowned Miss Towers?
Fix that details.
That's correct. What is the 13th word of the...
Every time I put up our hand and
Of the...
of the hall pledge.
No.
The hall song.
And T said question them here out. So
Some of them.
One. They
Yes.
don't need to them
One.
question.
So the points against Safar.
Erica has 3.
Erica had
2.
quick. That's
Imani.
Erica has volleyball. Erica had quick.
Name 5 clubs and societies at Towers. Sure, you know how to finish?
Would I give Imani the one that's still?
Outside of T-Back.
Towers Entrepreneurship Society and Responsible.
that no count because you're one.
There is also the Tribunal, the Debate and Oratorical Society. There is also the Towers Press Club. Well, the man give me one, the Press
See,
Society.
One point, right?
Yeah, 1 point to Erica.
But Imani, I think
Give me half of the
Imani
points,
a
then
point.
it
Yeah, Imani a point. Right now, Erica is 1 point away from winning.
No man, Erica and them quick.
Lati have a chance. Imani, it's not over yet. Who was the recipient of last year's academic year's SSDM Award for Excellence? Who was it first? Lati. Angela.
You know what I think I'm just not quick.
What is the hall name for the current off-campus rep?
Me not think me ever call you by your whole name.
I can't remember.
Alright, nobody gonna hear about that. So nobody gonna get that point there.
What was it?
It's Alabama.
Yes.
Alabama.
No, we know that for sure.
How many times has Thomas Hall been crowned homecoming champions?
Every time we enter.
9.
Yes, it's 9. So,
Erica won.
alright, so Erica's winner.
Wait, one more again.
Bragging rights.
Well, I'm bragging on national TV. I won. Thank you for watching this season of Red Table Talk. Bye!